Hello everyone, and thank you for being here. We are going to talk about the Model Conflict Resolution for the Pacific Alliance 2.0. This research was made by Professor Fernando Parrado and Sebastián Rodríguez. In the next video, you're going to listen to the AIB attendants Valentina, Angie, Rafael, and Juanita. This research is also part of Latin American Line Research that is in charge of Nicolas Ramirez and Sofía Cuellar. We are going to talk about the negotiation style research such as the Pacific Alliance and Killman Diagnostics.
General, developing, research and management of the tool, obtaining the desired sample, analysis of the collected responses, hypothesis evaluation and conclusions. Collaborators: PhD Cristian Salazar from Austral University from Chile, PhD Oswaldo Morales from ESAN University from Peru, Director Fernando Parrado from Sergio Arboledas University from Colombia. Hypothesis: all Latin American countries negotiate in the same way. Objective: describe the style of negotiation of each countries of the Pacific Alliance. Methodology: in this research, we carry out a qualitative and quantitative study. In the qualitative part, a secondary investigation was needed. The investigations and conclusions made by Enrique Gliastri to Colombia and Peru. Investigation by Camacho and Metcalf to Mexico, and Javier Sayed to Chile. With this, it seeks to give an overview of what is currently identified and characterized in each of the countries. The quantitative tool to use is a survey, which helps us identify the previously mentioned positions. The survey is made up of 30 questions in which respondents are asked to answer how they would act in the different situations expressed there. 97 surveys were made in each of countries mentioned previously.
The Pacific Alliance was created in Peru in 2011. It is an economic group made of Colombia, Chile, Mexico, and Peru. It is the 8th largest economy in the world and the 8th export power. Thanks to this alliance, these countries found a new way of doing business through the free movement of goods. They also allow the free mobility of people, and therefore competitiveness of micro, small, and medium-sized companies has improved.
Members have created a research network on climate change. It has 26 teams that are in charge of topics such as commerce, customs, intellectual property, social responsibility, SMEs, services, migratory transit, etc.
Killman Diagnostics. According to Killman, we can describe an individual's behavior along two dimensions. Assertiveness, that is the extent to which the person attempts to satisfy his own concerns, and cooperativeness, that is the extent to which the person attempts to satisfy the other person's concerns. These two dimensions can be used to define 5 different modes for responding to conflict situations. Comparing is a power-oriented mode in which you use whatever power seems appropriate to win your position. Accommodating is the complete opposite of comparing. It's when the individual neglects his own concerns to satisfy the concern of the other person. Avoiding is when the person neither pursues his own concerns nor those of the other individual. Collaborating involves an attempt to work with others to find some solution that fully satisfy their concerns. And finally, compromising is moderate in both assertiveness and cooperativeness. It's when the individual finds a mutually acceptable solution that partially satisfies both parties.
In this comparison between the percentiles of the Thomas Killman's tool with the results of more than 10,000 people, we can see that the countries of the Pacific Alliance are notoriously different from the world average. Chile and Peru have a similarity in commitment, while Colombia and Peru share similarity in collaboration. On the other hand, Colombia has a differential in evasion. This means that a Colombian prefers to avoid a negotiation rather than face it. However, Thomas Killman clarifies that this style is appropriate in cases that are not considered a good time to address issues.
Conclusions. The hypothesis is denied, since at least the member countries of the Pacific Alliance do not negotiate in the same way. Chile and Peru are similar according to the theory of Thomas Kilmann. Colombia is far from the average, since evasion prevails. The Pacific Alliance has improved relations between its participants regarding education and trade in goods and services. This research helps to see the improvement opportunities that the member countries have in the negotiation issues. We are looking actively for a Mexican partner.
This was the Intercultural Negotiation Research Group about Pacific Alliance. To more information, visit our website in link below.